The SA National Taxi Council in the Western Cape now formally going to court to challenge the City of Cape Town's policy of impounding minibus taxis. Last week, the city and the taxi industry signed an agreement after that strike. In Cape Town, Ivan Waldeck is the provincial treasurer for the South African National Taxi Council in the Western Cape. Ivan, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. What do you want from the court? What do you want them to order?
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Well, what do we want? We want justice to prevail, and we want them for now, as we have indicated, to put a hold on the impoundment. The impoundment kill our operators, our business. The impoundment unfairly proceed, even if there were the agreement with J.P. Smith and the MEC. So the impoundment, really, they want to get rid, according to what we see strategically, of our business. The biggest business in Cape Town, conveying 1.7 million people per day.
Okay, so what's the city doing? So you had an agreement with them. What do you believe they're doing that shows they're not sticking to the agreement?
The agreement is another scenario which I do not want to divulge because it's part of the court case. As I see, they're adding it now as a city towards our application. That signed agreement, which they claim is signed, we have communicated with them with documents over the couple of days before we even have that statement released. And the agreement, according to me, there was not really a completion of that agreement, even signed. So they must prove to us it is signed, that they claim now. But I do not divulge a lot on that. We will see to the justice system of this country, which we believe it's fair, it is just, and it applies the law. So the application is still in court, and I do want to divulge a lot of information on the application.
Well, Ivan, I mean, I have your court papers in front of me. I don't think we need to worry too much about divulging the information. What I'm trying to get, what I'm asking you to do is to explain what you want the judge to order the City of Cape Town to stop doing. So what's the city doing that you want them to stop doing? You want them to stop impounding your taxis apart from very certain circumstances. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. At this point, we say stop everything, as we have 14 days to discuss the way forward and ironing out all our challenges. We are saying yet in agreement with them, as we have discussed, is the drivers that do not have driver's license and PDP. The roadworthy vehicle do not have a roadworthy certificate. And then a vehicle who do not have a permit. However, the city, this is the one point that we're saying they must stop the city having all the information of the special regulatory process, where the permits that is promised to us and due to us as the assessments through the city were done. Now they withhold all these permits. They are then impounding all the vehicles that are waiting for the permits through the SRP process, which they delayed, and extorting us, actually, because they have to release the permits to us.
Okay, so what you're saying then, okay, there are various things, but as I understand your court papers, it's all about the impoundment and it's about the agreement. Are you also challenging the entire policy of impounding taxis? And I ask this because the City of Cape Town says it's merely been enforcing national legislation. You have said that they're going beyond that. So are you also asking a judge to rule that the entire policy of impounding taxis, as the City of Cape Town has been doing, never mind the agreement for a moment, are you saying that their entire policy is incorrect, is wrong?
No, we are not saying that. As I just mentioned to you, that we agree to the points of a driver do not have license. It's part of the national, the NLTA. We are saying a roadworthy vehicle that is not roadworthy, that is impoundable. We are saying a vehicle does not have permit, it's impoundable, okay, according to them. Yet they are a process which they knew, and they're exploring that process. of the permits that have to be released a long time ago.
Okay. I know, and as you said, that if a taxi is impounded, there's a chance it could actually be repossessed because it's not going to make money while it's being impounded. So this is very serious for you. How many taxis have been impounded since you didn't sign the agreement last week?
Well, on the top of my head, I'm open for correction. Even this morning, we received calls at our office that the vehicles are impounded. From the so-called agreement, which I call it, from Friday, it could be up to 30 vehicles today.
30 vehicles.
In fact, we have information, listen to this, we have information that the senior officers there of the city giving out the traffic officials a quota, asking them by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock today, where is my 30 taxis? Where is my 25 taxis? In fact, JP Smith declares a war, I want to say, upon our business, saying for every bus that were burned, he threatened us by saying we will impound 25 vehicles. What type of negotiations is that? What type of threat is that? Oh, I forgot to tell you this. They want to get rid of us because the rail, the government want to bring in the rail. I nearly say the DA. I say the city and the MEC want to usher in the rail. They want to usher in conjunction with GAPS, the new buses. And they want to get rid of the taxi industry, which are an important role playing amongst the poorest of the poor. So they have their own agendas. They have the political agendas, by the way. In fact, I call this a political campaign starting with this kind of attention that they're getting and assuring the people that we are concerned about your safety. Okay. For all these years, they were never concerned. Why now?
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to make any comment on what you say politically. That's up to the audience to decide. But I know they've denied in the past many times wanting to, bring an end to your industry. But again, that's for you and them to decide. You say in your court papers, and I'll quote if you don't mind, unfortunately, the taxi industry is plagued by a misinformed perception that it is lawless in nature, rife with violence, and beyond any measure of control or cure. You say this is not true. So are you denying that your industry is lawless? Is that what you're saying in your papers? You're saying that's a misperception.
I missed the question. There came a call through. So in short, can you pitch the question again?
In your legal papers, so these are legal papers under oath, you say, the person who signed them on your behalf says, that the taxi industry is plagued by a misinformed perception that it is lawless in nature and rife with violence. So are you saying it's wrong to say that your industry is rife with violence?
The one who ignites the violence is that man which they call JP Smith and his cronies. He's igniting violence. However, no one has proved that Santaco members have been caught for the murders as they portraying out there that we are the killers, we are the arsonists who burn the buses, we are the ones who... No, they must take fully responsibility for these havoc that they have caused here in our province. We are not a law unto our own. In fact, when the Blue Dot were there, we were applauded by them. We were applauded by the commuters, saying that there is improvement in our behavior. There's improvement in what they require and the commuters require, just to pull the plug as the DA government. So the violence, we want to put it four square on the doorsteps of Mr. JP Smith. Okay, he must stop manipulating and playing with words and confusing our community out there.
You say that your members were not responsible for the violence. Who then blocked the highway on the N2 during the strike? It wasn't the city, it was minibus taxis. Was someone else driving them? Come on.
Exactly. No. I'm not saying you, the whole world can see it is taxis.
Let's
go to the root. Let's go to the root and not the fruit that you see.
No. We all have agency. If someone pushes me, it doesn't mean I can pull out a gun and shoot them. If someone insults me, it doesn't mean that I can assault them. What I'm saying is that you deny in your court papers under oath that your industry is rife with violence. We all know where the hitman industry came from in this country. It came from the taxi industry. I mean, academics have
Where
shown
the what?
this.
Excuse me, where
We
the
all
what?
know where the hitman industry came from in this country. My point is, you deny
Are
that
you
you have a
saying
violent
hitman? Let
industry.
me just get this correct. Sorry, sir.
No.
Are you saying hitman?
I'm saying, you say in your court papers that your industry is not rife with violence. I am saying that there is academic research that the hitman industry came from the taxi industry. I'll abandon that point. That's fine. I have no problem. I'll concede. I'm wrong. Let's move on. My point is that...
Okay.
Go on. You can respond if you like. It's fine. I won't stop you.
No, I want to respond about the statement of hitman. I don't. My understanding of hitman is someone who kills people.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So what evidence have you telling the world out there that we are the hitmen? You like J.P. Smith saying we are the law unto ourselves, we are the mafia bosses, we are the extortioners. The people who need to blame for extortion and all these nonsense is the one who ignited. If you know these challenges of the law is going to create this chaos, where is your plan? Where is your planning way future, just in case these things happen? He knew it's not the first time there's a strike. So there's agenda behind the agenda on the city's behalf. So don't call us hitmen. You don't have evidence that any one of these people have killed someone else. And if the law and investigation officers find them, and if they say Santaco, we agree, let them go to prison. Because we cannot support any, as we did, any lawlessness, anything that create havoc amongst our community. We are not agreeing with that. We condemn it. So this accusation that continue portraying us as the bad ones out there, it had to stop.
Ivan Waldeck, thank you. Provincial Treasurer for the South African National Taxi Council. Do appreciate the time. In other news, the National Joint Operation Intelligence Structure, NATJOINT, says it's all systems go for the upcoming BRICS Summit starting on Tuesday. The co-chair of NATJOINT, Lieutenant General Tabelo Musikili, briefed the media today on security plans for the big event next week.